I would like to begin this story with a recap of how the day started. Can you all remember? Well, let's try to figure out an average morning. Everything starts with the alarm from the smartphone. Time to go to school. You lift up the cover. Oh no, the bed is so comfortable. You don't want to leave it, but you have to. The shower must wake you up. After you choose what to wear, you leave the room towards the kitchen. A nice breakfast is already waiting for you. And finally, is someone in the car waiting to drive you to school? Does that ring a bell? Well, let me tell you, everything that you just pictured as a normal morning is not that normal, after all. I shall explain you why, but first, we need to learn some concepts. We will start with economic growth. Do you know what that is? It's a rather modern phenomenon. It has been around since the manufacturing process changed from hand production to production with machines, the Industrial Revolution. We can understand it as the continuous increase in total output of goods and services produced by a country. So, why is it important to worry about economic growth? Because it raises living standards. When salaries and profits rise, we are able to live a comfortable life. It also increases inequality between rich and poor people. Not everyone has the same opportunities that economic growth provides. Inequality means having different levels of access to certain rights, advantages, or opportunities in any aspect of life. Being able to afford private education gives you a better future comparing to other children who cannot afford it. Let's think about your family. How many brothers and sisters do you have? Now, imagine your parents don't make enough money to send all of you to school and need some of you to work to help provide to the family. How do they choose who will study and who will work? Did you know 1 in 11 children is out of school, totaling 59 million in 2013? This is only an example of the many challenges that families have to face every day because they live in severe deprivation of basic human needs, including food, safe drinking water, sanitation facilities, health, shelter, education, and information. They depend not only in income, but also in access to social services. And this is the definition of absolute poverty. Yet, another concept that we need to learn today. But not all poverty is about money. What about spiritual and emotional resources? This is also important to achieve your full potential and participate as full and equal member of the society. This is also poverty. Have you ever experienced this? Probably not, right? Okay, so let's do a recap. What have we seen so far? We talk about economic growth, which brings inequality and increases poverty. But what about the environment? Do you think we can also link it to the concepts we have already discussed? Think about your home, your school, your holidays abroad, the mountain where you ski, your beach house, the lake where you might swim or fish, your garden, the water that you drink, the air you breathe. This is environment. One of the biggest problems with the current economic system, which is mainly driven by the desire for modern lifestyles, is that it is completely dependent on extensive use of fossil fuels such as oil and natural gas. But the problem is that the excessive use of fossil fuels will eventually lead to climate change and the weakening of all ecosystems on the planet. So, what can you do about inequality, poverty, and damage to the environment? Can you make a difference? The answer is yes. But how? Well, through social change. And this is our final concept. What does it mean? It means altering the norms and rules of the way society is currently organized. As we have stated, it is unjust, unfair, unequal for both people and the environment. So, let's get back to how can you make a difference? Well, take action. Mobilize, organize. There are student unions, school committees, youth parliaments, international youth alliances. If you don't find a group, well, build one. Don't be passive.